Sunday morning, going to be day 2 of this course that we're doing. So we're just going to head over to Lim now, to the farm shop that it's at. And I saw them making batter yesterday, and they said it was for tomorrow's Yorkshire puddings. So I'm hoping that the food's going to be something like beef today with Yorkshire puddings. We've just spent a lot, what time did we get here? 9:30? And it's now 6 o'clock. So all day and all day yesterday doing this course. Met lots of interesting people. We were actually, there was 4 farmers there, would you say?
Yeah,
and then the other sort of 12 people, all different walks of life. So it was really interesting. We are actually at Rhubarb's farm. We're trying to find a sign on the gate, to be fair, so we can show you exactly where we are.
We've eaten parsnips.
Eating parsnips in several different ways, and look at all the rhubarb growing there. So I think I featured David in a video a few years ago, might have even been on the Real Country File, which is actually out today, and it was all about how he does his veg box scheme. So it's called Rhubox. So he produces 60 different things, 60 veg or fruit, and every week delivers a veg box to people, 3,000 a week around the northwest, mainly around Manchester and Liverpool, because that is where we are. We're at Lim. You can probably hear the M6 in the background. I think that sign there is the, you see it there, that's the M56. So he's right on the motorway junction, so it means it's easy to get stuff out there, and it's all fresh.
And he started with 6 acres.
6 acres.
So you don't have to be big.
Yeah, so he worked on his dad's farm. They set up a diversification project, and then he decided he wanted to do his own thing. So he bought 6 acres here, which is now where all these buildings are. There was nothing here, just naked land. Started the veg box thing, started the farm, sold direct to the customer, which meant he had a decent profit margin. It's grown and grown and grown. Bought another farm about 70 acres the other side of Cheshire, and one hell of a business. So if you can go back, you might find it on the Real Country File when I interviewed him once. Anyway, while Martin's here, because he's heading back to Herefordshire, and I'm going to tell you a bit more about the course in a bit, we just want to do today's birthdays. So
it's the birthday piece of paper today. So if it's your birthday today, happy birthday. And happy birthday today to John Turner, who's 65. Get a bus pass today, John.
Janice Furnival is 62.
Martin Hopkins is 54. Happy birthday, Martin.
And of course, Tony Hall. Happy birthday, Tony Hall. Tony Hall today.
Tony was fantastic. He was in the choir this morning, as we told you yesterday. Then he came up and he cooked our Yorkshire puddings. He looked so good in his chef's hat. Take care. Happy birthday, Tony.
Yep, happy birthday, everyone on today's birthday piece of paper.
We don't know how much he's made today. It was whatever it was yesterday, plus a bit. So we'll see that tomorrow.
Yeah, 84,577, I think, by memory. While we're here, David's talking about apple trees, but I'm going to go inside and show you inside, because this is the restaurant. So this is the field kitchen. So I briefly showed you yesterday the Hessian in the roof, which is the sound deadening. Now, obviously, everyone's gone home now and all the chairs are up. So that's like McDonald's, isn't it, when they're trying to keep you out of an area at night. But when he first built it, this was one of the pack houses. This is one of the rooms where they got the boxes ready to go to people. And then they decided, hold on a second, let's start cooking some of the produce and showing people what we can do with it. So now I think there's 120 seats in here, and they do, some days they do 2 or 3 sit-ins. It's a set menu, everyone comes in at once and then everyone leaves at once. Today they just did 1 sitting of roast beef, and I think people hire it for weddings and stuff, because this field out here with the grass on used to be veg, whereas now, my shoes are loud, aren't they? Whereas now it is like a garden with a patio. There's a fire bin there, fire pit, sorry, not bin. He's done all this himself as well, and even the Hessian. So then I go through here. This is a bit more kitchen-y stuff. That's where like a lot of prep's done. You've got the room that we did our sort of little seminar in today. So there's 16 of us in here learning what to do. And then we'll go through into, again, this was the very first building that was used for packing the boxes. We go in here. Hopefully there's a light switch, he says. I might have to find someone to turn the light on. Hold on. Right, we've got the light on now. So, all the stuff is grown in the field, as much as they can. Some they do have to bring in from other local farms. Comes in here, goes on these packing tables, and then ends up in these boxes, and the boxes all have different sizes. So I think that's obviously a big one. This looks like a small one. I'm sure there's 3 different sizes, or maybe that one again is bigger than that one. Yeah, and then now I think he said they've got 13 vans. So there's a few of them in here at the moment. Someone's munched that one. These all go out now and deliver them to your doorstep every day. So of course, they've not only grown it, they've took it straight to the customer. They put a sheet in, I'll try and find one actually. They put a sheet in of how to cook some of the produce. So if you've got some parsnips left, there'll be recipe ideas in it. That must be where the vans take all their orders from. What have we got in here? Potatoes. And there. Yeah, I can't find in the sheets. Got a cold store over there as well. But yeah, you get all the veg in a box, then you get recipe ideas for it. Or if you've got, say, the week before, you've got a few parsnips left over, there'll be ideas of how to cook them in different ways, something that you might not have thought about before. A lot of the people are like repeat customers, so that's a light switch. So it's on like a subscription thing. So if you're paying every week or every 2 weeks to have a box gets delivered to your door, well, that's a really good business model, because it means the customer's not got to go and decide that he wants it. It's already on its way unless they cancel it. So if you've got a subscription-based business, they generally can result to quite very loyal customers, I suppose is the best way of putting it. Anyway, we're going to go and have a quick look in the polytunnel to see what's going in there, and maybe there might be some quiz questions of what everything is. But yeah, when he started 10-12 years ago, this is just a bare field. So let's go in and have a look. Ilmar, what's growing in here then? What, sorry? Pak choy and little gem lettuce. So they look like they've just been irrigated. We've only had like 0.6 mil of rain. Let's go this way and we'll look at what else is growing in the field. It's a big wheelbarrow, isn't it? Let's put another squirt apple tree. A lot of stuff's grown at the other site now. Don't know what was there, but was it beans? Maybe runner beans? More fruit trees. I think it's been ploughed as well, actually, recently. Got some raised beds here. Don't know what's going to go in there. It might be some herbs, actually. That's some sort of herb. Looks a little bit like lavender, but I don't think it is. That looks like wild mint. Well, it's not wild, actually, because they've obviously planted it. It's in rows. Is that some sort of chive, is it, maybe? Fact, here's the man that knows what everything is. So was that runner beans? Broad beans? And what's this then? Oh, corn. What's the thing that looks like lavender?
It's all herbs, yeah.
Just herbs.
Sometimes you get mint, chives.
They're the chives.
Rosemary.
So will you put them in the boxes, or are they just for the kitchen?
For the restaurant.
For the restaurant. And what's going where you ploughed?
Sunflowers going there. Big field of sunflowers, and another sunflower field there, later ones.
Yeah.
And then the runner beans going in there.
Are they pumpkins growing over there in flower?
No, that's next year's rhubarb.
Well, that's rhubarb.
You don't harvest in first year, so you harvest the second year.
Oh, right.
You leave it for first year.
So have you had to cut chunks off the ones over there? It's like a crown.
It's from local farmers, the plants.
Yeah, then you
can do it. You can
chop a chunk off the roots. Yeah, and then these are all apple trees.
Apple trees, plum trees, and in flowers, that's a pear tree. So.
And that'll go in the boxes as well.
Yeah.
No way.
Look nice, one's going to be all in bloom.
Yeah.
I'm blooming now.
Just hope we don't get a frost. Anyway, I'll see you later. Yeah, so that's. Let's have a little look at this ground. It's quite heavy actually, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, here's the burning bin, or the fire pit, should we call it? Oh, it's got the logo on, and it's got a watering cannon. Different vegetables on it. Yeah, so that's obviously the restaurant with that view. So it'll look great when that's full of sunflowers. We'll go over here and look at the rhubarb that's this year's. I love rhubarb. Yeah, so there it is. Some of it's quite big, so they'll actually harvest it, most of the things by hand. They said they've got 70 staff and a load in the restaurant, and the idea that they harvest it by hand is they can just pick it exactly when it's ready, but also it keeps the staff busy. So a few days a week they might be packing boxes, a few days a week they might be delivering, a few days a week they're harvesting. Whereas if they did it all by mechanics, it wouldn't be full-time jobs, and then it's harder to have staff on a part-time basis. Then you're relying on machinery, and the machinery breaks when it doesn't work, and machinery also as well generally wants to harvest everything in the field rather than just what's optimum and ready at that time. So yeah, I had a good 2 days here. I've done quite a bit of public speaking, but you can always kind of improve and get better at telling stories and cut the waffle out. So David was running this course for a lot of local businesses, and he just messaged me the other day and said, "I've seen you on the telly doing something for GB News. Thought it was really good, but if you want to try and improve or learn a bit more, come on this course." So that's what we did. Yeah, so that's a little bit of Rhubarb's farm and what I've been up to this weekend. We've had less than half a mil rain at the farm, so fingers crossed we get more tomorrow. Probably going to end the video now, so thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, it's not the end of the video. I've come to see this OSR. So we looked at it 2 weeks ago. I was going to come back every week, but I didn't. But as you can see now, it's just nicely going yellow. It's still lots still to come into flower, if you look. So I reckon next week it'll be even more yellow, and then the weekend after that it'll probably be even more again. But I'm really pleased with it, really, because it was very much an experiment, but we have got a decent looking crop of it. So yeah, that's all for today. Sorry it's not been like normal content, because I know you're all like tractors and machinery, but that's just what I've been doing this weekend and this Sunday. So I'll see you all tomorrow.